Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Thanks so much for joining us. We're back with today's Summer Under the Stars honoree, Barbara Stanwyck. And instead of Barbara singing and dancing in a nightclub and playing somebody with a distinguished name like Sugar Puss O'Shea, this time she's a girl in white, an angel of mercy, and in a pre-code film. Our movie is called Night Nurse. It's from Warner Brothers in 1931, with Barbara not trudging up and down a hospital corridor with a thermometer in one hand and a handful of pills in the other, but she's serving as a private nurse, one who's mixed up with a raft of dysfunctional people that push her to the brink, almost. Among those she's having to deal with, there's a bootlegger, there's a phony doctor, there's also a very nasty chauffeur, played by a new actor in films at the time, Clark Gable. There's also Joan Blondell as a fellow nurse, and fun to be around because she is so sassy. The film was made in 1931, before the restrictive production code came into play in Hollywood, so it gets a little cheekier, a little more risque than films that came out from 1934 until the mid-1960s, when the production code rules were very strictly enforced. In this movie, Stanwyck and Blondell seem to get undressed on camera many times, and the dialogue also gets very spicy. But hey, compared to what's going on in movies today, this is very tame stuff. The director is William Wellman, man who became one of Stanwyck's favorites. The next year, he would direct her in one of her great hits, So Big. And 10 years after that, he would direct her in two more of her best films, The Great Man's Lady and Lady of Burlesque. But ours was their first picture together as director and star. It's a very Warner Brothers kind of movie, a combination of action and comedy, theatrics, and bedpans. So here's Barbara Stanwyck as a tough as nails angel of mercy, Clark Gable at the very start of his career, and Joan Blondell adding a spark to an otherwise very serious storyline, all converging in a movie called Night Nurse.